I count it a privilege to be an also-ran behind the sworn enemy of lying, pomposity, smugness, and groupthink. Of course, that's Tucker Carlson. And I'm Mo McGinnis with the Sophie Scholl Monologue today. You may have heard it. Randy Whitegarden, president of the American Federation of Teachers, says that those who support school choice undermine democracy. Undermine democracy? They're the group that wants to compel and force people to pay for their brand of education. It's not neutral. It's their brand. What's more democratic? Empowering parents with vouchers to educate their kids in the school of their choice, or close down the options and give the power and resources to government in the form of politicians and bureaucrats to run the system we're forced to pay for them? Undermining democracy? Think twice about that, Randy. Then you say undermining civil discourse. And you also say undermining pluralism. Well, how well is that pluralism educating students? Government-run schools are getting failing grades when it comes to education, so how good is pluralism if it fails to educate? Randy Whitegarden says, those who support school choice divide, divide, divide. Well, isn't that what CRT and all this gender ideology being introduced into the school is doing right now? Or how about the kiddie porn that's there? It's interesting. Homeschooling was outlawed during the Third Reich. Outlawed! You couldn't homeschool your own kids back then because the government needed to have them. Look at Chicago Teachers Union president who attacked school choice supporters relentlessly by saying that they're racists and fascists. Her name is Stacey Davis Gates. That teachers union president, interestingly enough, as of last reports, has her kids in private schools. So the one who is calling school choice advocates racists and fascists is the one that's choosing to send her kids to private schools. While nationally, 11% of parents enroll their school-age children in a private school. For public school teachers, it's 20%, almost twice the national average. And in Chicago, nearly 4 out of 10 public school teachers send their students or send their children to private schools. They can afford it. What about the poor people? What about those who don't have the means in Chicago? Can they do what the union does for their kids? I think we need to revisit what we should do with education. We need to push for a system that's far more equal than the current one. The inequality, the inequity, as the DEI advocates like to say, is stark. It's biased. It's favored. It's rigged towards one side. The side that loves government into everything because they can get their salaries, paychecks, they can get their benefits by forcing taxpayers to pay for their brand. It's time for a change. It's time to open up education. It's time to democratize education. Randy Weingartner, as you say, those who support school choice are undermining democracy. No, let's empower the parents so that they have a vote. to send their kids where they would like them to be. Well, unlike Tony Kornheiser, pardon the interruption, I cannot promise you that I'll do better the next time. And unlike Tony Kornheiser, who waves the Canadian flag, I'll wave the flag of humility. Bye for now.